Looks like Jean's got the touch.
You got the touch. You got the power.
I'm Mediocrity4, and this is my review of RWBY Volume 5, Episode 12. If you haven't seen the episode yet, you may want to before watching this review. A good episode in RWBY? In 2018? This doesn't feel real. This may very well be the best episode of the volume. Not that it's flawless. Even the best episodes in RWBY have at least one steaming hot mess of something, whether it's Kuroyuri's voice acting, Burning the Candle's reliance on Blake's moodiness, or Heroes and Monsters spending any amount of time with Velvet. So I'm going to get the bad out of the way. The power scaling is non-existent. Bro is doing worse against Lionheart than Oscar was, and Oscar might have Ozpin's skill and could even be as swole as Kylo Ren for all I care, but it's ridiculous that this 14-year-old kid has the muscle mass to bat Hazel around when full-grown, fully trained Master Huntsman Crow Bronwyn could barely make him budge. Hazel's backstory is also really freaking weak. It's not anywhere near Broly levels of dumb. It's about on par with Obito. It's not unsalvageable though. Hazel could have been a part of Ozpin's inner circle and knew exactly what was going on, and Ozpin could have used that to manipulate Gretchen into doing something extremely dangerous. But yeah, a huntsman in training dying to the Grimm when this world is a thing, and then joining someone who controls Grimm is still really dumb. The reveal of Jean's semblance is freaking weak too. It was not worth the wait. It was the prevailing theory for a long time, but the caveat to this criticism is that this is the first time Jean's semblance could have come in handy to save someone he actually cares about. I think it still would have been better to reveal it last volume to save Crow, but I see the logic behind not doing it there, if that makes sense. Lastly, the twist kind of falls flat. The only viable option is that the prior Spring Maiden who ran came across the bandits and was killed. Raven got the power and set up Vernal as her decoy. The added stipulation that Lionheart, Crow, and Ozpin see the villains and don't realize that no one present is the Spring Maiden who ran away. But the bigger issue is the voice acting. Jessica Negri and Anne Hallam are just a nexus of wooden, overwrought performances I would expect from a Roger Corman movie. The last line has such stunted delivery that Tommy Wiseau wouldn't allow it in his movie. But I digress, because the rest of this episode was pretty golden. Your mileage may vary, but I'm actually glad that the dialogue and action scenes are blended together more seamlessly than before. It makes the ever-present abysmal pacing not even register. I love how Hazel uses dust crystals and injects them directly into his skin. I like how Oscar tried reasoning with him with an actually intelligent argument. There's some well-animated exchanges, and hold up, those characters in the background in RWBY, and they don't teleport at all? The camera angle changes in different shots to give you better looks? The geometry pulls your brain around where you can easily imagine the characters that are off-screen? That's it. I refuse to believe the same people who worked on previous volumes worked on this. And they even addressed one of my major complaints from last week. Chunked out the fighters to use teamwork. Oscar and Crow are fighting Hazel and Lionheart. Nora is with RWBY. Ren is with Jean. Yang is fighting Mercury and Emerald, and then is joined by RWBY after she checks on Weiss. This should have been what they were doing from the start. And I mean the whole start. I mean they should have been doing this back in Volume 1. I am back on board. Was it worth it? Well, no matter what happens in the next 2 episodes, there's no reason they stretched this to 14 episodes. Completely cut out episodes 5 and 7, and this volume would be way freaking better. I'm looking forward to Raven vs. Cinder, where Raven is probably gonna die, and I'm crossing my fingers for Ultra Instinct RWBY, and, oh yeah, he still has to show up. Consider my enthusiasm back to what it was in the outset. But at least Nora's getting all charged up and ready to go. Mediocrity4, thanks for watching.